where you can, again, just take it past training and strive for continuous improvement. So behavior-based safety coaching is, it's usually implemented by the employees themselves. So you have peers watch each other engage in a behavior and then talk to them afterwards and give them feedback. Again, did they do the behavior correctly? Are you praising them for doing it correctly? Did they do the behavior incorrectly? What did they do incorrectly, and how can they fix that? So one simple tool that can be used is what's called a critical behavior checklist. The first thing you want to do is identify the behavior and define it. So in this example, this would be a checklist for safe lifting. A lot of people, sort of the old school thing is, lift with the legs and keep your back straight. Lifting behavior can be pretty complex, though, especially for a behavior that only takes a couple seconds. You can look at all these different aspects of the lift. The most important these days are, or at least what research has shown in ergonomics, is that is the load appropriate? Are people lifting more than they can handle? Are they holding the load close to their body so there's not a lot of torque on their spine? Keeping the back straight, using the legs is important. Keeping the shoulders and hips aligned so there's not a twisting of the back, that's also important. So what an employee would do is sit there and watch, with the permission of their peer, watch them engage in a few lifting behaviors, and then go down and say, okay, for each of these things, did they do it appropriately? Was it safe or was it at risk? And you can do this like with one lift, or you can sit there and fill out numerous of these checklists. And then go up and engage the peer in a discussion. Okay, yeah, you weren't lifting something too heavy, you use your legs, but you were kind of holding the load too far away from your body, and that's where you need improvement. You can calculate a percent safe score by taking the total amount of safe behaviors and dividing that by the number of safe and at-risk behaviors, multiplying that by 100. So you have, you can quantify it and have a discussion with the person about how safe they were. That was Safety Coaching 101, pretty broad topic, but again, at the end of the session, if you'd like to discuss further, please come up and engage me.
All right, thank you very much. You might say, well, having my employees observe each other and record the behavior, that isn't going to fly. It can work. You can make a game out of it. You can make, but again, you got to put up front, how's it supposed to be done right? They have to know that so that they can observe each other and actually record safe or unsafe. But this program does work. We use it a lot. All right, I'm going to bring Kim up and talk about the HR side of this case study.
So the first thing I think is how all of this is interconnected, right? Because it all really comes back to HR in so many ways. And yes, there are legal aspects and there are employer aspects about how you're behaving. There is expectations when it comes to laws. And training is something that is very specific to adult learners. And you have to really do a little bit of research that says, how do they learn? It doesn't have to be difficult, but you have to have some understanding of what that looks like and apply appropriate